Best Bites Forever.
Hey everyone, it's Chef Alicia from bestbitesforever.com, and today we will be making a Southwestern style pumpkin soup. And I'm just going to start this soup off today with some applewood smoked bacon. What I have here is 3 strips of bacon that I have chopped up into little pieces, and I am just sauteing them around in my saute pan. And once they're about halfway done, I'm going to go ahead and add in some shallot. I used half of a large shallot, and it's probably right around 1 tablespoon, maybe 1.5 tablespoons of shallot. And I'm just going to cook these around until I get the bacon the way that I want it to be, and also until I get some nice fond developed on the bottom of the pan. That right there, the little brown spots on the bottom, that's the fond, and we're going to use that for flavor in just a few minutes when we finish up our soup. So now here my bacon is starting to look really good. It's crisping up, my shallots are ready, so I'm going to go ahead and remove them all from the pan and just put them onto a plate that has a paper towel on it. Okay, so what we're looking at here is that yummy fond that I was talking about, and I'm just going to pour about a 1/4 cup of my chicken stock right into the pan, which I have set on high, and then I'm scraping off all of those little brown bits so that I can get that flavor from the bacon. And I'm going to show you something cool here. This is a really great way to get that bacon flavor without the bacon fat. We're going to pour that into a little bowl and just stick it in the freezer for about 20 minutes while we finish up our soup, and that way the fat is going to separate from the chicken stock and we can add it back in later. And now I'm going to get one of my nice heavy pots here, and I'm adding 3 cups of chicken stock into this. You can also use a store-bought canned broth, no big deal, and I'm going to bring that up to a simmer. Once I have a good simmer, I'm going to add a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree into that simmering chicken stock. Once you get all of that beautiful pumpkin out of your can and into your pot, go ahead and use a whisk to incorporate it, and make sure that you are just kind of whisking until you don't feel any bits in there anymore. The next thing that I'm going to add are my spices, and what I have here is a little bit of chili flakes, some cumin, coriander, chili powder, nutmeg, a little bit of kosher salt, and pepper. And once I get that whisked in, I'm going to add some brown sugar. Now you can go to my site for those exact measurements. We're going to simmer this for 20 minutes, and then we're going to turn the heat off before we add in our heavy cream. Once you have your heat turned off, go ahead and whisk in that cup of heavy cream, and make sure that you're whisking the whole time that you're adding it. And again, I do have the heat turned off while I'm doing this. And once I get that cream nice and whisked in, I'm going to go back over to my freezer and get that yummy bacon, grease, chicken yumminess combo out. And I'm going to separate that grease off of the top so I can throw that in the garbage because I don't want to eat that. And what I'm left with is some beautiful concentrated flavor here that's going to go into my soup pot. So now here we go back over to the stove. And here's my beautiful soup pot waiting for me. I'm going to add that concentrated flavor right into the pot, and again I'm just going to grab my whisk and whisk it in. At this point, go ahead and taste for salt and pepper and bring the soup up to serving temperature if you need to. It's probably warm enough though, and just do it on low. And here I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to serve the soup. So I'm just ladling a little bit into a bowl on top of the bacon, and here I'm squirting some creme fraiche, which I put it into a bottle just so I can control where it's going and make it a little bit prettier. And then I put that little bit of cilantro right on top of it, again just for a little bit of garnish. If you would like this full recipe, please join me on my site, www.bestbitesforever.com, and happy cooking, everyone.
bestbitesforever.com